Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another lecture of electromagnetic field theory. In our last lecture, we had discussed about the potential difference, the work done, isn't it? And the concept of absolute potential, and we had introduced the types of material based on the conductivity. What type of materials are there in the nature? We had discussed about that. We'll go further and we'll discuss today. We'll discuss more about it, about the current density. We'll see and establish the continuity equation, and of course those materials and what are the properties and everything. So before starting, again I would suggest please watch all the lectures and prepare a note of it, isn't it? Whatever is required to get uh, out of it. I mean, just take good reference, use good reference books, and whatever material. If you want suggestions for any good books, I'm always there. Okay, and in our doubt clearing session, I have already introduced whatever is required for this, isn't it? So, shall we start for today? Okay. So, as we have seen that for the potential difference or absolute potential, what was the unit? It was one. It was volt. What is volt? It is joule per coulomb. Work done per unit charge is called volt. So, volt is nothing but joule per coulomb. So, today we'll see what is ampere, isn't it? Last time we had seen volt. Today we'll see current and its unit. Okay. So what is current? The question comes in our mind, what is current? Basically the flow of charges constitutes the current. चार्ज का फ्लो होना करंट बनाता है. To be very precise, as per the definition, it is the rate of flow of charge is called current. पर यूनिट टाइम में एक चार्ज कितना फ्लो होता है, दैट इज करंट. I mean, there are various parameters in which this depends, but on a single line definition, what is current? It is rate of flow of charge is called current. That is dy dt of q, charge per unit time. So q by t, I mean d by dt is the rate of change, isn't it? So what will be the unit? It will be q, charge, coulomb, t, time, second. So coulomb per second. So the unit of current, it will be coulomb per second, and this coulomb per second is known as ampere. Okay, generally we are we uh, in our day to day life we use ampere and volt, but what is ampere, what is volt? Here we can define and we can see. So it is coulomb per second. So if I am saying 1 ampere, it is 1 coulomb charge per unit per second. The flow of 1 coulomb charge per second is called 1 ampere current, isn't it? So what is current? Current is the rate of flow of charge. So from the figure you can see that, I mean, how we will define the current. See, current we can define, there is a surface. Okay, take any differential surface area ds. Okay, take any differential surface area ds, and we will consider the normal vector from this ds. So an is, here you can see, an is the normal vector over that incremental surface area. Okay, so if a current is flowing in any surface area. So if we want to calculate per unit surface area, so how we will calculate? Total current divided by total area. That will give us the current per unit area. And what is current per unit area? It is current density, as we had defined in our flux part. Flux per unit area is flux density. So current per unit area is current density, isn't it? And this current density is denoted by the letter J. Okay, and it is having a specific direction. So J is a vector quantity. Okay, so from this you can see we'll consider only that current density which is normal. Okay, so normal and differential surface area, and we will consider that which will be the the direction will be its normal. Okay, so we can take J, we will take J with normal direction to that surface, and also the differential surface area, the total surface area, and we'll consider only the normal direction. Okay, so we can multiply them. I mean, those are the vectors. So vector a dot b, so we'll get j dot ds for normal. When j and ds both are normal, so we'll get j ds. Suppose both are some angle, they are not normal, so we'll get total I, that is equal to j dot ds, surface integral of j dot ds. So how we can mathematically, how we can define current? It is I is equal to surface integral of j dot ds. What is j? This current density. Fine. Okay, so unit again, don't forget, it is ampere. And what is ampere? Coulomb per second. Fine. याद रहेगा सबको? Okay. So that will be the current. So coming to the continuity equation, which is which sometime they asked by this name only, state and proof or establish the continuity equation. So let me tell you about the continuity equation. It is based on the law of conservation of charge. Okay, law of conservation of charge. What it says? I mean, any law of conservation says that thing cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. Okay, so the charge, the law of conservation of charge, it says that charge cannot be created or cannot be destroyed. It just can transform from its one form to another form. That's it. Okay, we are having a fixed amount of charge in our system, and that charge is being transformed from one part to another one. Okay, from one form to another form. Fine. So this equation, this continuity equation based on this law of conservation of charge. Okay, which states that, I mean, this charge is, we are having a fixed amount of charge. Now, as we had defined, current I is equal to surface integral of j dot ds. So suppose I am having a closed surface. Okay, I am having a surface and the current is coming out of it. Okay, so there must be a decrease from where it is coming out, isn't it? यदि किसी सिस्टम से कोई करंट बाहर आ रहा है, व्हाट डज इट मीन? कि उस सिस्टम पे उतना करंट क्या होता जा रहा है? कम होता जा रहा है. देन ओनली इट विल सेटिस्फाई द लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ चार्ज. नो, जब चार्ज सब सारा का सारा ऊपर फ्लो होता जा रहा है, दैट मीन्स उतना चार्ज अंदर कम होता जा रहा है, isn't it? So we can say that this current, which is equal to the surface integral of j dot ds, that is equal to d by minus of d by dt of qi. What is Qi? The charge inside that system or that surface. And what does negative sign signifies? It indicates that what it is. So the outward flow from the closed surface So suppose outward flow. Okay. So outward flow. What is happening to maintain the equilibrium? That means if the current is entering, suppose अभी हमने देखा आउटवर्ड के लिए हमने नेगेटिव साइन यूज किया, तो एंटरिंग के लिए कैसा होगा? पॉजिटिव साइन, isn't it? So suppose that current is entering in that volume and that is surface. So what it will be? It will be of minus of I, and so as minus d by dt of qi. So it will be of plus d by dt of qi. So from this from this mathematical manipulation, we can write what is this? So yeah, from the here we can write surface integral of j dot ds is equal to plus of d by dt of qi, isn't it? So from first equation, from minus this one, so where we had d by dt minus of d by dt of qi, so we can write it वॉल्यूम इंटीग्रल ऑफ डेल डॉट जे डीवी. कैसे मिला हमें ये? अर्लियर इट वाज सरफेस इंटीग्रल ऑफ जे डॉट डीएस. हाउ वी गॉट दिस वॉल्यूम इंटीग्रल ऑफ डेल डॉट जे डीवी? व्हाट वी हैव यूज्ड? वी हैव यूज्ड डाइवर्जेंस थ्योरम. So from divergence theorem, what it will be? This surface integral of j dot ds will become volume integral of del dot j dv. What was divergence theorem? It is a relationship between surface integral and volume integral, which states that the surface integral of any vector is equal to the divergence, volume integral of divergence of that same vector, isn't it? So the equation which we have got here, minus of d by dt of qi is equal to volume integral of del dot j dv. This is from divergence theorem. Okay. Of course, we can write this qi in the form of volume integral. Why? Because we want to eliminate this volume integral. So we have substituted this, and from this mathematical manipulation, as you can see here in the slide also, we will get del dot j is equal to minus of del by del t of rho v. What is rho v? Volume charge density. Okay. So what this signifies? So initially we can write, this is a point form of continuity equation which states that the divergence of surface the divergence of current density is equal to the negative rate of change of volume charge density, isn't it? So this is the point form of continuity equation. Okay, so don't forget, sometime they ask. So continuity equation is nothing, it is based on the principle of, the law of conservation of charge, which states that कि जितना चार्ज बाहर निकला तो उतने चार्ज में यहाँ सिस्टम में कमी आई होगी. That is it. Okay, and that it is the final equation, or the final established equation of continuity equation is del dot j is equal to minus of del by del t of rho v. This is the point form. Okay, if you want to write this integral form, so you can write, what you can write? It is just simple integral of surface integral of j dot ds is equal to this. Okay, in the form of qi, isn't it? So that will be the continuity equation integral form, and this is the point form. Okay, now so this is all about the continuity equation. So this is the topic which we had discussed in our last lecture also, and today we'll elaborate. Based on the conductivity of the material, we are having three types of material in our nature. कौन कौन से material हो सकते हैं? We can have conductors, insulators, dielectrics. What are conductors? Conductors are basically those materials which are having free electrons. जिसमें बहुत सारे फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. आपने वहां पर क्या कहीं पे भी चार्ज लगाया, वो चार्ज का फ्लो होना स्टार्ट हो जाता है किसके थ्रू? ड्रिफ्टिंग ऑफ दोस इलेक्ट्रॉन. ओके, ओम्स ने इसको बहुत अच्छे से क्या किया, इसको स्टैब्लिश किया है. एंड फ्रॉम कंडक्टर्स वी कैन एस्टैब्लिश दैट द पॉइंट फॉर्म ऑफ ओम्स लॉ, दैट इज J इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा E. कैसे? सिंपल सी चीज कि आपने ये देखा होगा कि कंडक्टर्स में आपने लिखा Vd, आई मीन द ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी, ड्रिफ्टिंग के थ्रू आपका इसमें करंट पास होता है, कंडक्टिविटी इसकी ज्यादा होती है. ठीक, सो Vd ड्रिफ्टिंग, ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी, दैट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द what? Vd is E, field intensity, isn't it? So you'll get this about about you will get the drifting, and if you'll compare with the J part, I mean the current density, you'll get J is equal to sigma E. Fine. So you can establish with this the relations. Insulators and dielectrics, will take both of them simultaneously. Okay, so before that I want you to write the properties and understand the properties of conductors. So these are some properties of conductors. Number one, under static conditions, no charge, no electric field can exist at any point within the conducting materials. स्टैटिक कंडीशन में कोई चार्ज कोई फील्ड नहीं होता किसी भी पॉइंट पे, isn't it? इनसाइड द कंडक्टर चार्ज डेंसिटी जीरो होती है. दैट मींस सारा का सारा चार्ज कहां होता है? उसकी सरफेस पे. एक कंडक्टर की सरफेस पे ही पूरा चार्ज होता है, उसके अंदर कोई भी चार्ज नहीं होता है. ओके, सो अ चार्ज कैन एग्जिस्ट ओनली एट द सरफेस ऑफ कंडक्टर. ओके, inside the conductor the charge is always zero. Okay, no charge. So again it is the charge distribution depends on the surface, shape of the surface. Conductivity, yes of course, ideal conductor की conductivity कितनी? Infinite. Fine. So what is the best conductor which we are having? क्या होता है best conductor? किसी को पता है? Best conductor. Okay, so this will be the question from you, and I'll ask the answer of this question in my doubt clearing session. Tell me the name of two best and second best conducting materials. Okay, so I'll ask this question. So these are the properties of conductors. Coming to the dielectric part, okay, coming to the dielectric part, डाइलेक्ट्रिक मटेरियल कैसे होते हैं? बेसिकली डाइलेक्ट्रिक में आपके सारे के सारे जो चार्जेस हैं वो क्या होते हैं? बाउंडेड होते हैं. दे आर बाउंडेड बाय द फोर्स. जब आप उसमें तो कोई भी आप डायरेक्ट करंट लगाएंगे तो करंट के थ्रू वो पास नहीं होगा. बट इफ यू आर चार्जेस आर देयर बट दे आर बाउंडेड. ओके, सो इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, सो इन दैट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वो बाउंड चार्जेस को उनकी पोजीशन से शिफ्ट करता है. ओके, that electric field shifts the position of those charges, and that create the dipole and that create the polarization. Okay, I mean the current in a capacitor is the real example of current in a dielectrics. So होता क्या है कि if what the charges they try to accumulate opposite to the field. Okay, if you are having the plus this side, negative this side of your electric field, so you'll get negatively charge attracted to this way and positively this side. Okay, so under the influence of electric field, the dielectric material they try to store the energy. Okay, of course, in the form of you can see in the form of static, in the form of magnetic, but here we'll see static. Okay, so as we had the properties of insulator, the conductors, we are having the property of dielectrics also. What are those dielectrics? So they do not have any free charges, but they are having bound charges. Okay, so bound charges are under the internal molecular and atomic forces and cannot contribute to the conduction. No contribution to the conduction. But if when they are subjected to external field, I mean, well, when if you apply external field, they shift their position and create dipoles and polarization. Okay, and they because of this polarization, these dielectric they can store the energy, isn't it? So all those properties are I have listed over here, so you can make a note of it. Just pause this video, make a note of it. Sometimes they ask what I mean, write the property of conductors and dielectrics. What are the some dielectric materials? Yes, of course, you can see. Yes, of course, air is also a dielectric. Okay, air, wax, cotton. Okay, so I've given three names of dielectrics. Come up with new names, come up with new materials. Okay, so again, on a summary note, what we have seen? We have seen today, we have seen what is the current density, unit of current, what is ampere basically, it is coulomb per second. Fine. So then we have seen continuity equation, the materials and its properties. Fine. And of course Ohm's law, point form of Ohm's law, J is equal to sigma E. What is sigma? Conductivity. Okay. Okay. So for the exercise part, I've already given one exercise today. Name two best and second, two good conductors. Come up with new dielectrics. I've given three examples. That is air, cotton, and wax. Okay. So and establish. Okay, the exercise 3 will be establish the point form of Ohm's law. What it says? It's simple, just 2-3 lines and you can establish. So why I'm giving this exercise? So that you just refer a book, a reference book. It is very important to read or to study from a good book or a reference book. Okay, don't take any shortcuts. Fine. Okay, so that will be the exercise for the day, and I'll see you all in your next assessment and your doubt clearing session. Fine. So thank you very much, audience. Thank you very much, students. You're a wonderful team. and we'll definitely learn and we'll definitely explore together. Happy learning.